Hello, thank you for logging on. So now it's Wednesday night. I didn't bother doing a diary for yesterday because not much really happened. It was just uni and Mad Sock drama. Yeah, nothing really special happened, so I literally would have just said that and that would have been it, so there's no point. Today, London. I had to go to London in a wheelchair, which was nuts, absolutely crazy. My hands are just gone now. It's fine. I'll go to bed and they'll be fine in the morning. I got my hair cut today, which was weird, obviously because everything was done in the wheelchair, so I kind of wheeled in, they moved their chair out of the way, and then I kind of sat there and got my hair cut and then wheeled away. Yeah, that was a bit of a weird experience actually, because well, imagine in a hairdresser's the sink is like there and normally they kind of pump it and you're going up. I was just like that and I was kind of like, oh, I can't really see myself in the mirror, so I was like, yeah, that was a weird experience. So yeah, getting to London, obviously you have to book ahead. You're treated like so differently. Like they kind of pushed me up, laid the ramp out, pushed me onto the train, put me in place, and then like in front of me called ahead and they were like, they'll be ready for you in London. I was like, okay. Got to London, laid the ramp out, got me off the train, walked me into the whatever, the main bit. So yeah, I got to London, my job interview was at 4:30, I got to London at 2. See, my plan, I thought, well, wouldn't it be quite interesting to go home and say, I've wheeled myself across Tower Bridge. So, I went from Waterloo, got the Underground, which was weird, and at the front of a wheelchair you have the footrest. Well, I completely mucked up. You have to go into a wheelie to get onto the Underground, like to get onto the train you have to go into a wheelie and kind of put yourself on. I completely mucked up, went into a wheelie, dropped it, and the footrest went straight down the gap. Obviously people think I'm disabled, or thought I was disabled, ran in like, oh no, this kid's about to fall down the track. Oh, blimey. Yeah, I was a bit like, so I just left them to it, sod it. And so they got me up onto the train. Yeah, got to, I can't remember what Underground it was, got there, half a mile to London Bridge. I was like, no. So I had to wheel myself all the way to London Bridge. Round London Bridge, the roads are not built for wheelchairs. It was like, so it was all cobbledy roads, and I was like, oh my god, and literally starting and weaving in and out. Got there, got on the bridge. Now I can say I've wheeled myself across Tower Bridge. Got to the other end of the bridge, cut up, it was worth it, cut up hands, like they were cut already, it just kind of doing it, tore the plaster off. Yeah, tore everything off. Hang on, I might have the business card in here somewhere. Seriously, this isn't scripted, by the way. This is like, yeah. Could I thank a Mr. Simon Bullock? You're never going to watch this, but that's his company. That's a bit of advertising for him. He basically saw that I was absolutely knackered at the end of the bridge, so he pushed me to the end. Oh yeah, my job interview. Completely mucked up. I went in the... Obviously, the Underground was half a mile roughly from the bridge, so I thought, okay, I'll wheel myself half a mile in the wrong direction. I was a mile away from the Underground that would get me to where I needed to be. So I had to call up the guy that I was going to have the interview with and was like, yeah, I'm not going to make it. There's no way I'm going to make it. So he came to me. The part of London I was in was not built for a wheelchair. No restaurant had a ramp. Ended up in a travel lodge, in a bar in Travelodge, waiting basically for the guy to come and meet me. So I had my job interview in Travelodge. Really weird, never had a job interview there before. Guy showed up, he went to shake my hand, was like, yeah mate, I'm bleeding everywhere, not really going to shake your hand, fair enough. He must have liked me, mainly because I turned around and I was like, I do apologise for my dress, by the way, obviously I can't wear a suit, and he was like, fair enough, fair enough. Pulled a tie out of my bag, so I had a tie on over my hoodie, and we was like, yeah, this is what I've come to the job interview in. I got the job, I don't know how, he offered me the job, like, there and then, after, like, a bit of an interview, so that's done. Heading home. Yeah, basically just underground again and stuff. Bit tough. It was different. Obviously, I would say if you're in a wheelchair, you've got to have confidence because you're on a train. Obviously during the rush hour, everyone's in your waiting. You have to ask everyone to move. They all crowd round you like, do you need help? Do you need help? No, 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 I'm fine, I can get off the train. It was a bit daunting having everyone just watch you getting off the train. Just like, it was like, oh no. And obviously everyone having to step off the train for you and stuff. It was like, yeah, I cannot tell you how absolutely shattered I was at this point. Rolled into Burger King in front of the entire queue, obviously at rush hour, quite busy, went, I will take the biggest burger you've got in the biggest size you've got. He was like, it's something like a double Angus burger. And he was like, do you want large? And I was like, is that the largest you do? He went, no, we do supersize. I was like, take that then, please. Got on the bus. The hardest part of the entire journey was from the bus stop home. Probably about a 5-minute walk. Took me forever. Today was the first day I proper had to wrestle with myself. It was like, okay, I'm wheeling myself, fair enough. I can get out and walk. I can. And it was like, I'm not going to. So I'm proud to say I lasted the entire day in the wheelchair, which I've done for the rest of the week, that's fine. Today just took everything, absolutely everything I had. Just every ounce of energy I had, just, yeah. It was tough, but it's one of those things you look back at and you just think, okay, I've done it. I actually, like a lot of people were like, okay, if you're going to spend a week in a wheelchair, you're never, ever going to get to London and back. I did it. So there you go. If you want to do something and you really know you want to do it, put your heart into it and you'll do it. I think you'll do it. I don't know why I'm going and giving you life advice, but that's pretty much what the drunk said to me. So without spending the day in a wheelchair, you've got a drunk's advice. Next diary will probably be, I'm guessing Friday night, because Friday night I'm going to Rubik's in a wheelchair. That should be quite fun. Yeah, so thank you, honestly, thank you for logging on. Thank you to everyone that helped me out today. I mean, you did help me. You're not going to be watching this, but like, yeah, it was tough. London was tough, and I got a lot of help. Up curbs, down curbs, like onto the train. Everyone that helped me out, thank you. Obviously, don't forget justgiving.com/wheelchair week. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much.